Okay, and I believe we are live.
Hello, Beasties, and welcome to another fine adventure with El Presidente Laura. I don't know if you're there or there, and the Money Lady Jess. How are y'all doing today? We are excited because what do we have to talk about today? A couple book launches that are coming up.
That's right. We've got quite a few, but we're just going to talk about two of the first ones coming out.
Yeah. But before we get into any of that exciting stuff, we like to talk about mashing buttons, right?
Yes. So before we get started, hit that subscribe button, like, follow, share, all those good things that people talk about when you watch other YouTube videos.
Yeah. Give us the buddy
Um,
sign, as my uncle always called it.
right.
Mhm. So the first book that we want to talk about today is by a local celebrity we all know and love, Yhali Ilan, and it is called The Gods of Whatever.
He's local to
Laura,
Dunedin, Florida.
yeah, local to Dunedin, Florida. Yeah, that's right. You're in Syracuse. But Lo, you want to talk a little bit about what that's all about?
Yeah, so Yali's book is he's a illustrator and a really talented artist. He does a lot of line drawings and caricatures. So he's got this series of illustrations about crazy, wild gods who you might find some wacky inspiration for. There's actually 38 of them, I think, in this book, which is a lot. It would make a really great gift for someone who's silly, or you how you go in those stores that have like weird cards and fun socks and things like that. That's like the perfect place for this book. But yeah, we've known Yali for years. He's kind of a
Yeah.
staple around Dunedin, and you'll see him at different events doing caricatures. So we were really excited to help him with this project, and it'll be out within the next couple of weeks, but definitely be out for his launch, which you have more details on.
I sure do. The funny thing about Yali, before we get into the launch details, and I'm probably dating myself here by saying this, but there was like that Tori Amos lyric back in the day that said, like, I hear Confucius does his crosswords with a pen. Yali does his caricatures with the Sharpie. Here you have your super awesome beasties coming at you. So, our glorious guide and gods of whatever is a dog, and he will walk you along the path of all the good things. So, Yali's book launch is we're slated to be at Seventh Sun Brewery in Dunedin, Florida on June 17th. There's a lot of fun surprises. I don't want to ruin them all, but our fine author may come dressed as a guide dog, and there's some other tricks and treats and costume action and some specials that will be popping up. So, we'll keep you posted about that at Hello Beasties online and things like that, and give you a lot of fun reminders of all the good things that are coming soon.
Yeah, that's going to be super fun. It's a great venue and fun people. So if you're in Dunedin area or Pinellas County, go on by on June 17th and check that out. Support the authors in the written world. And our next book is A Teacher, a Coach, a Man, The Journey to the Heart by Joe Horan. And Joe has published with us twice before already. He's the founder of a program in Syracuse called Building Men program. And it is an awesome, very effective youth program for boys who live on the southwest side here in Syracuse. And really to help them to understand as they grow up into men from middle school, what the different expectations are around being a man versus the man. And his two first books were focused on a planner for the students. So he's got summer programs, and the students go through the playbook and they work on goals, and they have habit trackers and things like that in there. So that's really awesome and can be used by anybody who has a group of young boys that they want to help with their future visions and helping them understand. And it's really kind of sports directed because a lot of these kids, they're very interested in sports. And then the second one that we published was actually for teachers and community leaders to help them put in programs like Building Men for their youth. And it's a huge, huge workbook and has very detailed information on how to do this. So it's kind of like a manual. So if you're a community leader out there who works with young youth, especially boys, that's a really great book to check out. But I've talked a lot. So you did a lot of the editing and stuff. He's now doing a memoir. And so Jess helped him with editing on that before we published it. And it's an awesome book, but I'll let you talk about the memoir.
I love Coach Joe. I've been lucky enough to help on all three of his books. Been playing a lot of Tears of the Kingdom since it dropped last week. So dare I say Triforce of books. Um, Coach Joe's awesome. I love him. He's such a good dude. He's really a great author. Just watching his memoir come together has been delightful. And it touches on subjects that they're pretty hot topics these days, like male vulnerability and how it is, we all, whatever your gender is, we all need to kind of stop and take a look at like, okay, wait, where are my biases coming from? Or how could I heal my heart? And how can I go about with a little bit more love and understanding for my fellow people in the world and things like that, where it's a beautiful book. There's a couple moments in there that are just incredibly powerful, and watching him take this journey from being the man to a man was really awesome. He's a strong family man, great coach, and he really kind of helped me to stop and take pause and look at some of the things in my life I could improve upon as well. So it's great. Anybody would like it, no matter where you're at. It's a good read.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love that the book is so like he bears it all. You know what I mean? Like in
It
order
does.
to help other people understand that they may be going through the same thing and it's okay. And
Yeah.
it's journey. You learn, and you don't know what you don't know, especially when you're younger. And so it's such a heart on your sleeve kind of a book. And I really think that, like you said, it will help. It can help anyone. It doesn't have to be just people of his same demographic, but anybody reading it can really see what the results can be when you really take a super deep look inside yourself, right?
100%. We all could use a little more kindness and hugs these days, right?
Right. So that book, it's out now. So if anyone's interested in checking it out, it is available on Amazon. And he has two events coming up. The first one is June 16th at 6 p.m. And that one is going to be at the Salt City Market here in Syracuse. And the Salt City Market is a community space. It's full of really cool little restaurants and kind of like food truck style, but not food trucks. And they have a community center in there. So it's the perfect place for him to do this because he's such a community figure here. So encourage people listening to come and check that out. These things are free. Come support the author. He'll be selling copies there. So you can get them for a little bit less than you'd have to spend on Amazon and get it signed. So that's always a bonus. And then on the 20th, he'll actually be at Barnes & Noble here in Syracuse on Erie Boulevard. And he'll be doing more of just a Q&A kind of talk to the author kind of a thing there. But same thing, you can get a book, get it signed, ask questions about it. If you want to get it now and then come to these events and ask him questions about whatever you put in there, I mean, that's a great tactic too, especially for someone who's maybe looking for a little bit of mentorship.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, go get a high five from Joe. Let's go, right?
Right. So super excited about both of these. Really proud of both
Yeah.
these authors for getting
Yeah.
it to this point. It's easy to write a book. It's hard to get one to the level of publishing it and then, putting it out to the world and saying,
Yeah.
here's my story.
Yeah. I mean, as people, they're both such incredible people. They're great writers. They've just created some pretty excellent books that I think uh,
Yeah.
they're going to enjoy reading.
They're so different. Like one is like
Right.
100% entertainment and, like satirical, and the other one is like so deep rooted and hearted, but they're both really special in their own ways.
And both thought provoking in their own ways. I mean,
Right?
who doesn't want a god of breakfast?
Right,
I
exactly.
just ate some delicious banana pancakes. It was fantastic.
Yeah, so super exciting, a lot of fun. Like I said, we've got other books coming out. If you've got questions about these books or a book you're
Yeah.
writing, feel free to reach out to us. Again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do. We're going to be back about every other week or so with something new and live. And if you've got questions you want us to answer, pop those into the comments, and we'll be happy to do that in a future live.
What is it we say? Pop into our DMs and say, hey. You're so old.
Now you probably wish you stopped watching about 10 seconds ago. So anyway, until next time, bye.
Bye.